Chennedy has finally spoken up about that moment. The infamous shoulder check she delivered to Caitlin Clark last June. For months, she remained quiet, letting speculation, backlash, and silence swirl around her. But now, just days before WNBA training camps open, Carter has decided to share her side of the story, and to many fans and analysts, it's only made things worse. Let's rewind. Last season, during a matchup between the Chicago Sky and Indiana Fever, Carter shocked the basketball world when she delivered a hard, off-ball shoulder check to then-rookie sensation Caitlin Clark. It wasn't a play made in the heat of competition. It was deliberate, after the whistle, and miles away from the action. Clark went tumbling to the hardwood. Carter's actions immediately drew criticism and debate, with fans and analysts alike calling it a cheap shot and poor sportsmanship. Initially ruled a common foul, officials upgraded it to a flagrant after review. The replay showed exactly what happened. A player with a grudge, taking an intentional shot at the league's newest and brightest star. At the time, Carter offered nothing to the press, refusing to speak on the matter. But now, with no team willing to sign her and her WNBA future in jeopardy, she's attempting to tell her side. In a recent interview streamed online, Carter claimed the hit was just a little tap, brushing off what millions saw as a blatant assault. She even suggested that she might have been elbowed prior to the hit, a detail that mysteriously never came up before and isn't supported by any video evidence. "It's just one of those things that happens in basketball," Carter said. "It wasn't meant to hurt her. I was just letting her know I'm here." That casual dismissal of what happened, the body language, the timing, the force, only fueled more frustration among fans. Social media instantly labeled the interview as a PR cleanup attempt, and basketball analysts weren't buying it either. One analyst pointed out, "Carter's not just defending herself, she's rewriting history. That wasn't a tap. That was a statement. And it crossed the line." This wasn't Carter's first controversy. In 2021, she was suspended indefinitely by the Atlanta Dream for conduct deemed detrimental to the team. She was later traded to the LA Sparks, and then signed by the Chicago Sky. Despite flashes of brilliance, Carter can absolutely score. Her off-court and locker room issues have become a pattern. There are now whispers of past altercations with teammates, and most damningly, the Sky chose not to extend her a qualifying offer, letting their top scorer walk without compensation. In a league where scoring talent is at a premium, Carter being completely unsigned heading into camp is telling. This isn't about one hit on Caitlin Clark anymore. It's about her reputation. Carter tried to salvage her image in the interview, praising Clark as a great player, even comparing her situation to past NBA rivalries. But the sudden shift in tone from dismissive to respectful raised eyebrows. "If you didn't mean anything by it," one fan commented online, "why did it take this long to say something?" The contrast between Clark and Carter has become symbolic of where the WNBA is headed. Clark, with her poise, explosive game, and sky-high marketability, represents the league's future. She's helped shatter viewership records and draw national attention. Carter, meanwhile, has become the cautionary tale, a player with immense talent but whose temperament and accountability issues have made her untouchable. Some argue Carter is being made an example of, a message from the league that cheap shots on rising stars won't be tolerated. Others say this is karma, the natural consequence of burning too many bridges. But one thing is clear, the league is growing fast, and it's making deliberate decisions about who represents its future. Basketball has always had a code: play hard, be physical, but respect your opponents. Carter violated that code, and now she's watching her opportunities vanish. With training camp just days away and not a single workout invite, her recent interview feels less like clarification and more like desperation. "I love the hate," she said, trying to brush off the backlash. But love for hate doesn't win contracts. Professionalism does. While Carter blames media narratives and trolls, the video footage, player reactions, and the WNBA silence on her free agency status speak louder than any quote. This wasn't a case of a misunderstood play or a heat-of-the-moment foul. It was calculated, and the fallout has been career-defining. The WNBA is now a league under a microscope, Major broadcasting deals, corporate sponsorships, and expanding fan bases have raised the stakes. Protecting that image means players like Carter, who bring more controversy than consistency, are simply too risky, no matter how many points they can put on the board. The reality? Carter's talent has never been the issue. Her accountability is. Until she owns that, sincerely and completely, she may remain on the outside looking in. So what do you think? Does Chennedy Carter deserve another shot in the league? Or did she write her own exit with that shoulder check and everything that followed? Drop your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe, and stay locked in as we head into the most anticipated